We
Live.
are. It does mean we're live. We are live. It didn't take 50 minutes today.
Oh,
Welcome to the Island Relevancy. I am the least handsome host of the two. It is me. I am T. Welcome to the show. What's going on? Frank? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Let me shut the Flyers game off because I don't need to be distracted during the most exciting hour to 2 hours of my week.
I mean, how the Flyers doing? How's the NHL season going? Because I have
You know,
not.
the
I
Flyers,
watched it in a while.
Flyers are 5-0-1 at home, but overall they're like right around 500, I think.
NHL starts like a week or two before the NBA. Like,
Yeah,
'cause their playoffs are around the same time. Usually, the
yeah.
NHL. I only remember that from the time that the Rangers and the Knicks were in the finals,
Mm,
and the Rangers won, and the Knicks lost.
that's what the Knicks do.
1994. That was a long time ago. Though,
That's what the
31
Knicks
years
do.
ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is
I
what the Knicks.
remember that finals though. I remember the game-winning goal. I forget the guy who scored it. Um, Uh, See, now you're gonna bug me. Now I'm going off topic, but um,
Brian
uh,
Leach, Mark Messier. Those are only two Rangers from that team that I remember.
no. Uh, oh God, it's Stefan Matteau. I remember. I will never forget that. Now I remember it because I remember the announcer going, Matteau is great. It was a great. I hate the Rangers, but I
You
don't
know,
hate
I
the
said that.
Rangers. Like I don't have Ranger hate the way I have Pittsburgh Penguin hate.
Really?
It's weird. It is. It's very weird.
How do
Like,
you hate a team in your state? I don't hate. Well, I do hate the Buffalo Bills, but that's
well,
another story for another day.
do you like the Jets?
No, I love the Jets.
Do you like the Giants?
I don't hate the Giants,
Technically,
but I
they aren't in
don't
your
love the
state, so it
Giants.
counts.
No, don't. Let's not do this. All right, let's talk about wrestling because we're about to wrap this stream up
I'll tell you
before
what,
we.
really fast though, hockey's going
Yeah.
better. Hockey's going well.
Oh, cool.
They're a good scrappy team. They're on the rebuild. They're starting to move forward. It's a lot of fun to watch them. Ricky Taka behind the bench. The team's playing really well. It's fun to watch. Since I don't have baseball to watch because I refuse to watch baseball.
Baseball's still going. I thought that was over. I thought that the season was over
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks ago.
Well,
So I don't
I
know
was
what's going on.
I was pulling for either the Mariners or the Brewers because neither team have ever won a World Series. So I kind of, with the Yankees gone, because I would root for the Yankees if the Phillies weren't there, just because I like Aaron Judge. I'll say it out loud.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, but with the Phillies, out, F the LA Dodgers because I hate them, and the Toronto Blue Jays. I still have hate in my heart for Joe Carter. So,
Joe, man, I remember watching as a kid.
So do I.
That home run, and what a moment. I don't hate the Dodgers as much as I just really like Shohei Ohtani. Like I love his story. I love just watching greatness. Right, I'm old enough to observe greatness and see it for what it is.
You know what I love about Shohei Ohtani? The fact that he went almost 0 for the series against the Phillies. That's what I love. I love watching him look confused at the plate at the dominance of Ranger Suarez and Christopher Sanchez. That's what I love. But I do love monster baseball records, and I love watching good baseball players do their thing.
For
Except
sure,
Joe Carter.
for sure. Except Joe Carter. What a
He
great
steps on
moment.
Legos.
I mean, he might be like a great grandfather at this point. I
That's
feel
fine.
like he's
Step on Legos.
old as dirt. But yeah, let's talk about Cody Rhodes starting another SmackDown, coming out saying words that formulate a sentence, and luckily Drew McIntyre came out to interrupt him.
Thank
Smack,
goodness.
yeah, like we'll get to the Saturday night's main event card, but boy, oh boy, I like a good brawl, right? I love a good brawl. Like I
Love a good
love
one.
And Drew's so good, man. Like could unfortunately, like in the grand scheme of things, when you think about the Attitude Era, you never think about Triple H. In all honesty, like you do, but you don't, right? You think about Stone Cold, you think about The Rock. I think even the Undertaker gets slighted for what he did in the Attitude Era.
A little
Um,
bit, yeah.
like I mean, of course, longevity wise, Undertaker's well respected, but when you think of the Attitude Era, you never say Triple H, you never say the Undertaker as like the pioneers of the Attitude Era because they weren't these standout. And I feel like Drew gets that now because Drew's one of the best people that WWE has. But at the same time, he's not, he's never been, even when he was the champion, unfortunately, I was in the Thunderdome era. He just never seemed to like nobody's ever embraced him as the guy,
No.
right?
And I don't think right now he might be top 3 on the microphone without a doubt. And
For sure.
and that top 3, he gets bumped up a little bit almost into the top 2, if not the top 1. Like CM Punk is up there.
Yeah, Punk's
He's
always
just
up there.
really, really good on the mic. On the men's side. Let me on the men's side. But what he does on social media is just lights out. I asked for it in the chat. I said it. He made his first post about Big Jim.
Big Jim, yep.
And he
Yeah.
tweeted to Naomi. And I said, we need a Drew and Naomi Twitter feud, and we got it. Little bit, but we got it.
Like a dream come true. I feel like Naomi took a lot from Drew in the Twitter game and she ramped it up. She gave it that extra bit of crazy.
Yep.
But they're great. I mean, I'd love to see it. And Drew's so good though. I feel like he took a lot of what Kevin Owens was doing and just kind of translated a little bit better to a newer generation of fan via social media, right? Kevin Owens is great on social media, but not as good. Like Drew really mastered the social media game for a wrestler to get himself over, to get views, to get people to watch his stuff.
I think his seminal social media moment was at WrestleMania 40 when he did that bored at work tweet during the match.
Great. I mean, that's an iconic moment.
It is.
That moment will not get talked about. Say what? You were.
Oh, I was there.
Was where?
I was in the crowd. Oh, it was in the Fighting City of Philadelphia. Reigning Super Bowl champion.
That's why he was bored. He was bored because he was in Philly. He was like, "Oh man, I'm bored in Philly." You know?
Touche.
But we had a nice little back and forth. I did see somebody on social media post that one of the guy who stopped Raja Jackson from attacking Stu Bennett was one of the security guards in the crowd.
That's good.
Respect to him.
Yep.
Respect for actually stepping up and stopping the murder from happening in a pro wrestling ring. But good to see. I like the local talent. There was a lot of brawls this week. On both shows and at NXT. I did catch NXT this week, which was a really good time. But yeah, like SmackDown started off. I'm just getting sick of Cody Rhodes opening up the show. I'm over it.
Last week's SmackDown might have been the worst opening in the world.
Correct.
This week's SmackDown was starting off in the same direction until Drew saved it. And Jimmy. Adding Jimmy into the mix. I like that because I have something I'm thinking down the line. I got a thought if we get there.
Really? I would love to definitely hear your thoughts about Big Jim. And of course, once Drew said Naomi's name, Big Jim appeared and he tried to beat the brakes off of Drew McIntyre, but he didn't get the job done. But later on, this would lead to a match. At least it wasn't a tag match made for later on. Like at least it led to the main event. I think that was the main event.
When Drew's swearing up and down that he wasn't the one that attacked Jacob, right? And we talked a little bit about it last week. Now Drew's blaming Jimmy. Okay, I don't hate it if it's Jimmy. If I see
I hated
Rikishi,
it.
I'm quitting. But
I hate it if it's Jim. Like
I don't
I
like
would
it
hate
if
that.
it's Jimmy. To me, it needs to be Cody.
Yeah,
I
I
need
think
that
so.
to happen, but I don't know. I would like to see that. I really need to see heel Cody because I think heel Cody is going to just go to the next level.
For sure.
And
You know,
maybe his openings will be more interesting.
I hope so. And you would like to see a heel Cody. I would like to see Ray Phoenix in the singles match because that is a perfect segue for the first match of the evening, which is the MFTs who look incredible in the face paint. I love the face paint. It actually makes
I dig it.
JC Mateo look like a killer.
Yep.
But they were taking on the awesome pairing of Shinsuke Nakamura and Ray Phoenix, who are two great wrestlers, right? And I don't want to make it seem like I don't like Ray Phoenix as a wrestler because he is amazing.
No, I
Bell to
understand what
bell.
you're saying. Let him breathe.
But these random pairings of just like putting him in this random tag team with Shinsuke. I mean, you could learn a lot from Shinsuke Nakamura. He is an all-time legend.
Absolutely.
But I'm not a big fan of this pairing. They
I
took
don't
on the
know what they're
MFTs.
doing with these pairings. So Ray Phoenix lost to Grayson Waller at Saturday Night Main Event on the 10th of October. And Nakamura lost to Sami Zayn on SmackDown on the same night. I'm sorry. It says main event, but it's probably in the main event. And the
No,
MFT.
I think it means
There?
on the main event, the show main event.
Okay. And the MFT lost to the Street Profits way back on August 22nd.
I don't dislike the MFTs getting a nice push. They
No.
won the match. I don't like Sirius. I need silly Solo. Like I don't like Sirius Solo. I don't like the minute. I mean, he does look like a boss with the suit on, the chain on. Like he has a cool look, but nobody takes him seriously. Like
No.
he's kind of lost the aura of, the enforcer. Tama Tonga looks great.
Tama Tonga put on
Like
a ton of muscle. He looked
man,
awesome.
yeah, he looks great. I mean, the MFTs now. I think the face paint is what they needed.
Yeah.
Like it really does help with their presentation. Bell to bell, of course. I mean, JC is good in the ring. He's just kind of standard though. They're holding him back, I think, because he has an insane move set that he did.
Who?
When he was in Japan. JC Mateo.
JC, yeah.
Yeah, he has an incredible move set. The Tour of the Islands is not the greatest finisher in the world, but he has a better move set than what they allow him to do in the WWE. But I just don't like these random pin. There's so many other tag teams that these guys could go against. They could beat up on the Motor City Machine Guns. They can go after DIY. They can actually have a match with the Wyatts, right? And my camera just
I was just going to say,
decided to
your camera just
turn
come
off.
on.
But yeah, let me fix this, and I'll give you a moment to share your thoughts.
I like the MFTs. I like what they're doing. I just hope that they keep the momentum going with them and they don't stall. Them versus the Wyatts can be a really, really, really good mix because the Wyatts, they're good wrestlers. They just haven't gotten a chance to show anything. Now you got the belts on them and you're not seeing them all the time. You're seeing them pop up here and there. And we had that rumor that was going around not too long ago. Was it earlier this week? I think it was. A rumor came out about Mike Rotunda being in hospice. So I was thinking, oh, okay, that's where Bo Dallas has probably been. He's probably been looking after his dad. And that rumor spread all over the place. I helped spread it. I checked in 3 or 4 different places to make sure that I wasn't posting something fake because I like to try and do that. And it ended up being fake. It was a false report that got circulated. And Mike Rotunda is not in hospice. He's rehabbing from surgery. So he's okay. That's good. Where's Bray Wyatt been? I have no idea. Not Bray Wyatt. I'm sorry. Bo Dallas. I apologize. I was watching while I was at work today. I was watching Bray Wyatt's return at Extreme Rules after he had been let go, and then he came back. So I have Bray Wyatt on the brain. There he is. There he is. Can't hear you, but you're back. I'm gonna give him a second to get settled, and I'm gonna recap all what I said real fast. There he is.
Oh, I heard it. I heard everything you were saying.
Oh,
I
okay.
just was trying to
About the Mike Rotunda thing, and
yes, correct.
yeah, that's a shame that stuff like that gets shot out like that. And I tried to do some digging, and it looked legit. So, you know, my friends all shit on me in the group chat today, as they should, because we do that whenever. Well, we do that to each other when anybody posts some fake news, and it's usually one guy always posting random fake stuff that he sees, and we're like, "That's not real, Mike. That's AI." And I did it, and they're all like, "That's not real, Frank." Like, all right,
touche.
I got you.
Touche. I get it. Yeah, I mean, I saw that, and you don't wrestling dirt sheets. Boy, I could go on a rant about these dirt sheets, and
that's
probably until the cows come home, because man, they've been putting some crazy news.
I didn't see that just from the dirt sheets. I saw that a couple other places. Like there's one person that reports stuff that I will never, ever, ever use as a source for me. Now, if I see this person post something, then I'll take that information, plug it into my internet, and go see it somewhere else. And if I see it in other places, I'll go, all right. Because most of the time, this dude's just throwing shit at the wall.
The 5-star king. There we go. Yeah, he's terrible.
I hate him. I hate his. I'm sorry. I hate his reporting.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I saw that news, and I mean, you just never know. You never know. And my thing is, I have no end with the Rotunda family, but of course, just giving them that space and privacy. If he is, if he's not, I just hope he's okay. Hope he's doing well.
Same.
But yeah, like I saw it, and I saw the post saying that that's not true, and it's just sad that these. I mean, they've been posting some crazy stories.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't even know what traction means anymore, because if it comes across my feed, that's traction. I don't know if 50 million people have seen these reports, or five people have seen the report, because of the echo chamber that is the internet. But I just think it needs to be more responsible reporting from people who call themselves journalists. When it comes to a person like me or you, I don't pretend to be a journalist.
Oh gosh, no, not at all.
I just talk about what I see on the screen. I try not to give too many, rumors or anything like that.
I give my opinion on what I see and what I think is going to happen. And it just so happens that you and I are right a lot on our opinions on what's going to happen. People watch it. People watch what we say, and then all of a sudden it shows up on TV. I'm just saying.
We're talking. Well, I mean, Brian doesn't listen, because SmackDown wasn't bad, but you could still do some work, Brian. But yeah, moving right along. We then had Kiana James versus Tiffany Stratton. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell are we doing with Kiana James?
I don't know. Julia and Kiana James lost to Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vicaire on October 10th. This was a match.
Kiana James looked good.
Kiana James looked good and needs to wrestle more. And they need to let her and Julia show off, because they're stifling them right now, and that's not good.
No,
but the end result of this match got to probably one of the best parts of SmackDown, in my opinion.
Correct. After the match, of course, Tiffany Stratton beats Kiana James in a solid match. Wasn't anything to write home about, but it wasn't a bad match at all.
Yeah.
It actually did showcase Kiana James' wrestling ability. Tiffany Stratton wins. After the match, of course, Julia comes in and starts attacking Tiffany Stratton, which in any other world would lead to Julia trying to challenge for the world title, but that's not what SmackDown does.
Nope.
Let's just keep that women's U.S. title off the television as much as possible, and maybe we'll forget about it. Who knows? But Jade comes out and makes the save, and Jade holds up Tiffany Stratton's hand. Yeah, she's the champ. She did it. And Tiffany Stratton is all out of breath and says thank you. And Jade, look, I'm about to leave. Thanks for having me. And I'll get you back anytime. And then bam, just hits Tiffany Stratton and proceeds to beat the living hell out of Tiffany Stratton. That was a good old fashioned beatdown.
I will say that I had a feeling something was off when she came down because she was dressed all dark. She was dressed correct. All black, and she had the MMA gloves on, which I don't think I've ever seen her wear, right? Okay.
The black leather pants, yes.
And while she's standing in the ring holding her arm up, just her body language was way different. And she kind of had herself positioned a little bit different than normal. Like when you're doing this and all that, she just looked a little different. And I'm so glad she turned. I'm so glad because Jade was so stale the way she was. It felt like she was being put through a filter. Like when you're running water through a filter, how it just doesn't come all out. That's what it felt like with her. And now it feels like that filter's gone and you're really going to get this storm. You're really going to get her.
I never thought Jade should have been a babyface. I think like she just doesn't work. Her character, because she did no character work, right? There was nothing. She has a cool entrance. The look is just there. She looks like $10 million.
Yep.
But she never, even through the Naomi thing, she never developed her like Naomi became Naomi. Like Naomi became a different human being.
Yes.
And went through this evolution, this metamorphosis of becoming the ultimate villain, becoming the female Joker, and becoming this unhinged character who I thought Bayley was about to become. Another story for another day. But Naomi went through this character development, and Jade still was Jade, right? Jade, yep. The storm is coming. I come out there, I look like $1 million. I do a few moves. I might win, I might lose, 50-50 booking at its best. And that was it. And it just didn't do anything for her. Like her face run, she kept giving Bianca those looks. Like every time Bianca did something, I love that, right? That the little subtlety of her friendship with Bianca, which I know we're gonna get to at some point.
Oh, I got thoughts on this one too. I got thoughts for the whole Saturday night main event.
Yeah, and we'll get there. But this is a great turn. That's what I'll say. This was a great turn. It wasn't as shocking as people made it out to be, but it needed to happen.
It did. Now, if she had come down in all white and did it, then it would have been a little more shocking. But if you watch wrestling, it was telegraphed from a mile away, but that's not always a bad thing. I think it was done right and it was done well, and I think the payoff is going to be wonderful.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That was a great moment for Jade. She needed that. It got a lot of eyeballs, people checking out the replay and all that stuff. Then we get the United States Open Challenge. Bring Sammy back. I'm just going I love Ilya. Ilya is an elite wrestler. I don't want to see this every week.
It depends. So this felt like it was just a bridge to get you back to Damian. That's all this felt like. So when Karrion and Scar, I mean, when Alistair and Zelina came out,
You had it right the first time. Good.
look, I mean, it's just, I mean, if I was Karrion Kross, I'd be sitting at home going, son of a bitch. That should be me.
You're right. And unfortunately, I think they're gonna push Alistair to the moon. Actually,
I
I
have a
think
funny feeling they are. This was a really long match, though. If you
yes.
get commercials, it lasted through 2 commercial breaks. If you don't
Mhm.
get commercials yet, like we don't, it was just
Yeah.
one long match.
It was,
I like Ilya too. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's a lot of fun to watch. He had a little interaction with Sami Zayn backstage, and Sami told him, be careful. An open challenge is dangerous. It's unpredictable. Oh boy.
anybody could come out.
Zelina got ejected from ringside. And then, Damian Priest came out, interfered
I'm
enough.
I'm really wondering like what, because I mean they just fought in the last man standing match. Like, what is the blow off match?
Thought the last man standing match would be it for the two of them, unless you're going to put them in a Hell in a Cell, which I think is a little over the top for the two of them. But it could be great.
It could be great.
It could be great. I mean, they're both great wrestlers. They're incredibly talented. They're two big men.
You kind of saved that for the main event though. Like
Right.
I always thought Hell in a Cell. I mean, you got HBK, Undertaker. I mean, I don't think that was for the championship. Yeah, like you got Mankind, Undertaker. Like those are iconic. I mean, we've had some watered down Hell in a Cell matches over the last decade. But I mean, a cage. Maybe?
What if they hadn't released Karrion and Scarlett, and they put Karrion and Scarlett against Alistair and Zelina? Like that could have cooked too. Except Alistair just doesn't take bumps on his back.
Or
not
with
Alistair,
them.
Karrion.
Or with them, right? Like, because I thought about this. Like, Alistair had the House of Black in AEW. I do think that I do think at some point that he might get some type of stable in the WWE. Because I just thought of it just with the entrance. I mean, they really are still in carrying stuff. I could see them, putting together a stable. I don't know who else would be in the stable, but
maybe you bring Karrion back. I don't know. I don't know. But didn't feel like SmackDown was shorter too?
There was a lot of long matches because the Kiana James Tiffany
matches.
Like they got a lot of ring time.
We're already up to the main event.
Yes, there was a lot of ring time.
Fastest we've ever gotten to a main event in this show for sure.
I mean, we did get a few backstage segments. For some reason, Kit Wilson decided to get in Carmelo Hayes' face. Carmelo Hayes is a face now. Let's be clear.
Yep.
Hold on one second. I'm about to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze on the mic.
Yeah, Carmelo Hayes just kind of flipped to being a face really fast. I hope this trajectory is better for him. I don't know. I'm assuming him and The Miz are going to have a blow-off match at some point.
You would assume that, but he came out there and was like, "Hey, I'm not even mad at you, Miz. Let's just even." And that was very weird. That was very not him-like to come out and say what he said. Kind of just letting the Miz slide, and that might be just him kind of trying to take the heat off so he can jump the Miz next week again. Because I mean, when he came out and took the Miz out before Miz's match, like he really put the beats on him. So you would think that there's a lot of animosity there, but like that whole segment kind of threw me off because it just doesn't sound like Carmelo Hayes. And if we're gonna water him down and take the edge he had off, take him out the barbershop, so to speak,
right?
That's not gonna help him. Like nobody wants to see the quote unquote white meat baby face Carmelo Hayes. Like that guy doesn't get over, right? that guy gets buried. He gets nobody wants to see him.
No, no, I want to see him being a bad guy.
But I mean, he's a toxic masculine person because Kit Wilson said so. And
That's
this
true.
is a very strange gimmick that they've given Kit Wilson. It's not good, but him and Carmelo Hayes are having a match tomorrow night on SmackDown.
Look, it gets Carmelo Hayes on TV, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, it gets Kit Wilson. I like Pretty Deadly. I hope Elton Prince gets well soon. But yeah, we got Kit Wilson tomorrow night. But we did get to the main event. We got Jimmy versus Drew. Big Jim. Like, shout out to Big Jim. He needs all the singles matches he can get because he needs more TV time.
He does. The last time Big Jim was in a match, he lost the Battle Royal on Raw the week before. And Drew McIntyre beat Cody Rhodes by DQ on the SmackDown before. So we're all everybody's, you know. This wasn't a bad match. This had some good spots. Sometimes I feel like when you're watching a match, they're just moving to the next spot. And
Yes.
there's some wrestlers make that look good, and some wrestlers make that like, okay, he did that. Like when The Undertaker wrestled maybe the last 5 or 6 years of his wrestling, you're like, okay, now do this. Now you're going to do that. Now you put him there so you can do that. And even Cena recently was like that until the last couple of matches where John Cena and his opponent just were like, let's just throw it at the
Go
wall.
out there. Yeah, let's just go out there and just give him a show.
But this wasn't a bad match at all. You know,
It wasn't. I don't remember the ending of this match. I know it ended up in a brawl, but I don't remember how we got there.
so it was a
That's how
lot
the
of
match
back and
was.
forth, and McIntyre threw a chair at Jimmy's face and hit him with a claymore. Because
Touche.
why not?
Yeah,
But he
'cause it's
won.
Drew
He
McIntyre,
beat him. It wasn't a disqualification.
as he should. Right, Drew can't lose. Like, no shade to Jimmy Uso,
No.
but Drew can't lose.
It was a no
Jimmy.
DQ match. That's why.
Oh,
It was a no
sense.
DQ match. That's why. Because there were more tables.
Yeah, they fought a lot outside
Because
the ring.
Slim Jim is getting their table money.
Of course. Great product placement. Big Jim through a Slim Jim table or putting somebody through a Slim Jim table.
Now
There's
there
your
was some good
commercial.
spots. This SmackDown was not. It was better than the week before.
Mhm.
But there's still a lot of room to improve.
Of course. And it did feel short. I do think because the matches were longer, that Shinsuke match, the MFTs, they were all longer matches. They gave them time to actually breathe in the ring. That doesn't always work though when you I mean, in all honesty, Kiana James came out to absolutely nothing. Like her music hits and she gets they're not booing her, they're not cheering her. She comes out to deafening silence. And that's
That's
not a good
really
thing.
weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, twofold. She barely has come back to wrestle. She doesn't get heat for Julia, and then her music is trash. Like her
Yep.
music brings no energy. It's a high energy, higher energy song, but it's not like
No.
when it hits. Like when Nikki Bella's song hit. I don't know if this is like in the song. I don't know if you notice when Nikki Bella's song hit, when it say "You can look but you can't touch," there's always this loud scream as if somebody in the audience is screaming because they're the biggest Nikki fan. And I
Right.
don't know if that's part of the track. Like I hear that yell every time, and I was like, "Who's that big of a Nikki Bella fan?" Like, but
Maybe they might be paying someone to do that.
maybe I do know that there are some real Nikki Bella stands out
Sure.
there. Like there are definitely Nikki Bella stands who will, if they watch this or listen to this podcast and watch this live stream, they be in the comments cussing me out because they say Nikki Bella's the GOAT, right? But Kiana James needs something that gets people going, that actually like gets people interested in her.
Mhm.
And the thing with Julia is just not working. Julia, like, she has cooled off so much, And it's sad because she's so talented. And Kiana James is talented. They just maybe need to go to Raw. Like Raw's women's scene is so much better than SmackDown's.
It really is. It's a shame because SmackDown used to be up there too, and now it's
Yeah,
just like
they got the talent. Like it's not for a lack of talent. I'm not saying that any of these
absolutely
women
not.
can't wrestle.
It's
Like
it's the booking, it's the
yeah,
writing,
it's the
it's
lack
the
of
way they're
direction.
being presented.
Yeah,
That's just ugh.
yeah,
But
not good.
we moved on and we got through the weekend.
We did. Was there any? Oh, Halloween Havoc was this weekend. I don't remember.
Oh, I
Halloween Havoc
totally
did
forgot
happen.
that. Yep.
Tatum, congratulations to Tatum Paxley, the new NXT Women's Champion,
Nice.
and a stunner. She won the Women's Championship from JC Jane
Okay.
of the Toxic Attraction. Tatum Paxley she's one of those people, and what I like about NXT is they give the guys who've been there with them a shot. Like JC Jane,
Right.
when JC Jane won the championship from Stephanie Vaquera, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, JC Jane's been there so long. She's a B plus player, like kind of the Daniel Bryan thing." But she's been there so long, right? She's paid her dues. She's had some stinkers of not matches, but just booking, right? Where
Right.
she just disappears. She was the third person in Toxic Attraction for the longest time, and she became champion, right? And the same thing with Tatum Paxley. Like she has paid her dues. She's, they fired all her friends. Shotzi got fired. I'm trying to think of the other girl who was with them. It was Shotzi and somebody else. I can't think of her name right now.
I
But they
just saw
both got.
a picture of that too.
Uh,
I don't remember who it is, but I know who.
man, I feel bad for forgetting her name.
They're holding Shotzi's tank hostage.
Yeah, but like
That's
they got
crazy.
fired her, and like the week after they got fired, like the look on her face, she was so sad, right? Like, and
Yeah.
I don't think she was acting. Like I think, like of course, because you're on the road with these people, you're training with them every week. Just it was terrible, and she got with the culling, but she won the title. Like, and I'm really happy that she got a chance. She gets a chance to run with the title, and she did one of the greatest things on Tuesday night. And I don't want to skip past Monday, but I'll just really
That's
quick
all
on
right. Go ahead.
NXT. So she's in the culling. Izzy Dame is one of her, teammates in the culling. And of course, there's this like Izzy Dame caused her to win the match because she was gonna hit her with the title, but she hit the other person. But
Oh,
they want to act like she meant to do that. She really did not. She didn't want her teammate to outshine her. That's kind of the heel thing to do.
of course.
So on Tuesday night, Tatum Paxley, her first night as champion, said, "I want to be a fighting champion." And usually on Halloween Havoc, they have the wheel where you pick your poison, where you put the
Right.
different match types.
Yep.
Well, Tatum Paxley said, "Well, I have a new idea. How about I spin the wheel to see who's going to challenge me tonight for my NXT Women's Championship?"
Oh boy.
She brings the wheel out, and all the names are on there, but Izzy Dame's name's not on there. And Sean Spears, who's the leader of the culling, says, "Hey, Izzy, your name's not on there." And her face was just like, "Oh man." And Tatum's like, "Of course, her name's not on there. I would never fight with my best friend," which is great. Like this is a great story already, just with that little subtle thing, right? I think she's gonna do, instead of an open challenge, she's gonna come spin the wheel. and
That's a nice little twist on it.
It is, because she's crazy. Like she's just doing this crazy kind of Nikki Cross laugh the whole time. Like she's just so happy that she's the champion.
There's
And
got to
Izzy
be a good
Dame's
way
just
there's got to be a good way to fix that because they definitely are not doing that by chance.
oh no, of course not. Like
Wait,
you
that
can
wheel.
tell when the wheel's spinning, that they stop it on a certain person, because it stopped
Right.
on Lola Vice, who's one of the hottest properties in NXT. They had a match. Of course, that match did not finish because Fatal Attraction or Toxic Attraction came out there and put the beats on Tatum Paxley and Lola Vice. And then, conspicuous by absence, Izzy Dame did not come to help her teammate out. Like she just got beat up. But throughout the whole night, Trick Williams and Ricky Saints fought all over the NXT arena because they had a match on Saturday. Ricky Saints won, and Trick. I have to send you the video of the beginning of NXT because it's hilarious. It's so funny. Trick's walking around with his shirt off, yelling at producers and yelling at people in the back, talking about turn his music off or something. Like it is hilarious. Good times. NXT was fun, but let's get to Monday night. I just had to congratulate Tatum Paxley because she definitely deserves it.
Monday had an opening.
It did.
Listen, it didn't open with Division, which is different, and that's a good thing. I am a Jey Uso fan.
Oh, yeah.
I like CM Punk.
Yeah.
Jey Uso won the number one contenders battle royal the week before. CM Punk defeated Jey Uso in LA Knight on October 13th. So Jey Uso comes down through the crowd, does his thing. The heavyweight title is on a pedestal in the middle of the ring. Jay gets to the ring, and he runs it back.
Love it.
And as soon as he starts to run it back, out comes CM Punk.
Nice little spot.
Was a nice little spot. And then CM Punk got in the ring and literally stole all of Jay's stuff.
Yes.
Ran it back. He's like, no. I don't mean to steal your stuff.
That was pretty funny.
And and I know you have your hesitations on CM Punk, and that's fine. But if CM Punk wasn't there, that segment was a dud. There wasn't. See, the problem with the CM Punk versus Jey Uso thing is that there's no real friction between the two of them right now. This is very hastily thrown together.
Yes.
I see a way out of this for Saturday Night Main Event that we'll talk about when we get to the card.
Okay.
But it really was. I mean, the highlight of the match was Jey Uso just saying "screw you, Punk" and leaving.
I could have done without this.
I could have. You could have just started off where the next segment was.
Yes.
You could have just started off with the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, one of the greatest luchadors to ever lace up at the boots, one of the sexiest, most adorable mullets to ever grace WWE television. My favorite and yours, Dominic Mysterio.
So funny enough, apparently Ray was on Ariel Helwani recently, and he said that he says that Dom for his birthday gave him a Padres hat. He's a Padres fan, and he's like, "You just give me a hat?" Like, of course, the infamous him being he is a deadbeat dad. He's the worst father in the history of fathers.
Yep.
But his son, even after being a deadbeat dad, his son gave him a Padres hat. And then he went on to like go on a rant about how Dom is making more money than him, so he should have got him more than a Padres hat. But if you're a deadbeat dad, you're lucky that you get a Padres. I love Rey Mysterio and Dom, like always keeping kayfabe open. Like, because they continue to go at each other on every single interview they do, and I love it. Like, it's one of my favorite things to hear. Anytime those two talk about each other, anywhere, it's always funny. But that was funny. And Dom is the greatest.
This was more of Dom putting himself ahead of everybody else. There's a number one contenders match for his belt, which is a weird number one contenders match. Rusev versus Penta. He's already beat Rusev 3 times. He's already beat Penta 4 times, but these are the only 2 men that are in a number one contenders match for Dom's belt. Okay. I didn't see the light at the end of that tunnel right away.
Oh, now I knew it was happening.
I wasn't thinking. Our podcast ran. We started our Geek Spot show at 8:00 on Monday. We didn't do 7:00.
You guys did, and I was waiting.
we threw a curveball to everybody. Yep. Jack had some stuff going on.
I get it.
So I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel with this one. So you get the number one contenders match coming up next, right? So you have Rusev and Penta both lost in the Battle Royal. Mm-hmm. That was their last match. As Dom walked away before the match, he made a phone call. Roxanne looked after him longingly. I'm going to tell you right now, mm-hmm. I don't believe that Dom did anything nefarious with Roxanne. I believe Roxanne wants to, but I don't believe Dom, we'll say for lack of a better word, cheated on Liv with Roxanne. I believe that they set it up to look like he may have, because if you're going to turn Dom, you can't have him doing that. You want to turn Dom and Liv, Dom can't have screwed over Liv the way he screwed over Rhea.
Yes. I think, and once I'm just spitballing here, I think that they're not really pushing that now because Liv is far off.
Right? I think she's coming back at the Royal Rumble.
Well, that's still far
really
off.
Not far off, but she's like ahead of schedule in her rehab.
We have 5 PLEs before the Royal Rumble. Like, I feel like
we got this month.
Yeah, exactly. We got a ton of PLEs.
Look, it wouldn't shock me if she showed up at Survivor Series in a non-wrestling role and just kind of showed up.
Another reason I don't think that Liv is that close to, because Roxanne loses so much. Like, Liv coming back and beating up Roxanne means nothing now. Like, they haven't, like, you would think they would have pushed her to the moon at this point. So when Liv comes back, it's a bigger deal that she faces her. Like, Roxanne becomes champion, right? Like, goes on a legendary run, taking her spot and taking the Judgment Day. Like, Hunter, I know you listen. Paul, I know you listen and watch. That should have been the route you took. So Liv's comeback, because it's going to be a big deal, but it would have been a huge deal if she came back to rock like this. I mean, this juggernaut, and you got Big Mommy Cool behind her, just like icing everybody and making sure she stays champion. And then Liv comes back. You
still have time to build her up into that. You still have time to push her up to the moon like that.
But boy, oh boy, she takes a lot of L's. Like, she is the pin eater.
She really does. But we have this match for the number one contenders, right? We have Rusev and we have Penta.
Yes.
And it ends. Wasn't a bad match.
No, those two can't put on a bad match. I don't think. I think they're good.
But we had Los Americanos hit the ring. All 3 of them. And caused a double disqualification.
I love El Grande Americano. I always have. I think it's a great gimmick if you really want to get heat. But the other two, the Los Americanos, I could put out because they look lame. Like, El Grande, since he's grown, he looks incredible. I mean, he always, like, guy's like probably one of top 3 physiques in the WWE.
Absolutely.
But man, I mean, he carries the way he carries himself. The other two just kind of, they look like not the Killer Bees, the other guys, like the two. The Los Matadores, not Los Matadores. It was like a group in the 80s that just came out in mask, and they just always they look terrible because they were out of shape. And these guys aren't out of shape, but they kind of look out of shape. They look small, they look stupid, and they upset me. And it's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I get it, but they look silly,
right?
And they don't look cool in the mask, like El Grande does, and.
No, it was again, I did not see where they were going with this and okay.
Yeah.
It was a good match. The two of them have great chemistry together, Penta and Rusev. And, you know, the match ends and we go to a backstage segment with LA Knight and the fine young Jackie Redmond.
Take him out the picture and let's just have a conversation, Jackie.
But LA Knight basically just said he's going after whoever wins Punk Uso. Okay.
Let me talk to you.
Go ahead.
Let me. LA Knight. Go to AEW. Go to New Japan. Like, if your goal is to become champion, I don't think he's ever going to be champion in WWE. This is different than Sami Zayn. Like, I feel like they're waiting for Sami Zayn to have a moment, right? I really do feel that way. I don't feel like they're waiting for the moment. Like, I feel like they're saving Sammy's moment for WrestleMania. So for him to have not a Daniel Bryan moment, but close to that, like a Kofi moment where he finally wins the big one.
I think they let LA Knight cool. I think they let LA Knight I think they left it too long. They should have pulled the trigger on him before Jay won.
Yes. And I don't think they believe in him.
No.
And that's unfortunate, right? I do think LA Knight, I don't think he would elevate the belt, right? I don't think
not at all.
He doesn't. He wouldn't do, and I don't think Jay elevated the belt. I think Gunther elevated the title.
Gunther absolutely elevated the belt.
Elevated the title.
Yep.
But I think Sammy, if he got the title and had some open challenges, I think he could elevate the title to another level. But I don't think LA Knight elevates the title. Not to say he doesn't deserve a title run, because I think he does. I just don't think he will get a title run.
I don't think he will either at this point.
Yeah, and if that's your goal, if that's most people's goal, I just feel bad for the guy because, like you said, they let him cool off. He should have won. I feel like the Roman Cody, the first match, Sammy should have beat Roman in Montreal, like at the Elimination Chamber. That would have been a moment. That would have been
a moment, but at the same time, now you look and see how long they put the belt on Roman, and it makes sense why he didn't. But that Sammy moment would have been up there in one of the top moments, feel good moments in WWE history. Ooh,
correct.
Good list.
That would be a great list. But that would have been a moment. And I think LA Knight had a run. I don't know if it was before the WrestleMania or after the WrestleMania where he fought Roman and he should have won because he had the momentum. And I mean, Roman's reign needed to happen, right? They wanted to erase a lot of things. We're going to get to erasing something a little bit later because I have another rant that I'm going to go on.
Oh, I can't wait.
When we probably get to the main event.
I was going to say, I was wondering if it's the next match.
Yeah, I don't think, unfortunately for LA Knight, I don't think he's going to be champion other than maybe the Intercontinental or US champion. But yeah, I feel bad for the guy. I really do because he's talented. Everybody loves him. He always gets a reaction and he just continues to lose, kind of like the person in the next match.
Yeah. Nikki Bella versus Roxanne Perez. So Nikki hasn't been in action in a while. She last lost to Asuka on September 8th on Raw, and Roxanne lost to Stephanie Vaquer the week before. Now, Nikki Bella is a Hall of Famer. Nikki Bella also wrestled in a different era of wrestling. The wrestling that Nikki Bella did is not the wrestling that the women do today. The women wrestling today are much closer to men in terms of athleticism and what they're able to do.
Correct.
Not to say that the women that wrestled in Nikki's era were not good, but they just had a distinct different style. Vince wouldn't let them do stuff that men do. Okay, now without Vince around, women are able to bring themselves up. And so that's That being said, Nikki still looks a step or two behind everyone else, but that's also she's not wrestling a lot.
I mean,
She's
but
just
she's
sitting in
older.
hotels
She's
taking
40
pictures.
years old.
Well, she's also standing in hotels half naked taking pictures of herself. Not that I'm mad about that.
I don't mind that. But go ahead.
No. She's also a huge Eagles fan.
That's why I don't like her. I knew there was a reason. I knew there was a reason I didn't like her.
But for a complete different change, going against everything we just said about Roxanne pulls out the win.
She had to. Like if they would have had her lose to Nikki Bella, I would have been infuriated.
But then Big Mommy comes in and they start beating her up, and here comes Stephanie Vaquer for the save.
And then the funniest moment of Raw happens at the end of this match, where we get Stephanie Vaquer, and this was a moment, right? Stephanie Vaquer staring down Big Mommy Cool. I saw the next title feud.
So did I.
That's a big money match. Like,
oh no, that's not the one I saw.
Well, yeah, because then out of nowhere, Nikki Bella just slinks her way in the middle of it and just completely ruins WrestleMania shot where she's just standing there looking goofy in between them two. And I was like, oh man, way to go, Nikki Bella. You're gonna interject it. Like Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel has happened before.
Yeah,
but not for the title.
No.
Like that felt like a moment to me. Like I really saw money seeing those two stare each other down because of the size difference.
Yep.
Right. It was just like, oh man,
that's Stephanie a good match.
It would be if Nikki Bella didn't just stand there and look like a goof in the middle of them. Like Nikki totally ruined the shot.
Nikki ruined the shot, but Nikki also had dagger eyes at that title too.
Of course. Yeah.
Nikki is going to turn so hard on Stephanie. This is one whatever. Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever.
She is. I pray that WWE is smart enough to know not to let her beat Stephanie Vaquer.
Good God, please don't do that.
That would set the internet ablaze. The Nikki stands would love it, but everybody else in the wrestling hemisphere would absolutely hate it.
Horrible. That would be horrible.
It would be. I don't think she's ever won a women's title. No, she was the women's champion. She wasn't a Divas champion.
Oh, was she?
No, I think she was the Divas champion. I don't think she's
probably
ever
the
been a
Divas
women's champion. Yeah.
But I don't need to see her win.
No, we don't. She's already in the Hall of Fame. Like she doesn't need this to solidify herself in the Hall of Fame. You know?
She should be taking the L's, not Roxanne.
Correct. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. So then we get a backstage segment with Bayley hyping up Lyra for their match against the tag team champions until it's interrupted by Kairi Sane and the girl that no one is ready for, Asuka.
So I guess I could get into my rant now. William, or otherwise known as Bill, Mr. Goldberg, keep Asuka's name out of your mouth. Like there's no need, right? You said I've heard this story. I thought this is an old story, like because I've heard this like he said this for years. There's some girl, Asuka's not some girl. Asuka is on the Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers. Like Asuka is one of the greatest wrestler. She is my age. She's close to my age. And she still can go with a 20-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old. She can go. She is one of the greatest women's wrestlers. They didn't just pick somebody to beat your streak.
No.
She was ready to beat the streak because no one was ready for her. Asuka is goated. Like you can never sully her career. Like she could go on to do bra and panties matches for the rest of her career, and she's still going to the Hall of Fame. Like she is 100%. Like she's that good. She was that good in New Japan. She's been that good in the WWE. So to say that, like to keep saying it, is so ridiculous, and that lets me know that you know nothing about wrestling, Mr.
No.
Goldberg.
And you know what?
And Bret Hart's right.
Asuka handled it with the most utmost class in the world, responding back to Bill Goldberg's words and just basically saying, you know, I know what I am. But she did
We
it with
know.
class.
We know who you are.
We know
Asuka.
who
You
she
don't
is.
have to. You don't have to say anything.
Nope.
All you got to do is yell Kyrie. That's all you got to do from this point on.
And he does, because Kyrie stayed back after Asuka walked off and was kind of stuttering and spinning her little umbrella, and Kyrie, and then off she goes.
I love it. I love it so much.
It's the best little thing going right now on Raw.
Yes, and I just it infuriates me when he has to bring this up in his interviews, and it's like, why?
Because Bill Goldberg has nothing to do but complain right now.
That's sad.
You're
a sad old man, Bill Goldberg. You really are a sad old man. Because
now we get to a match that normally would be the main event, but Triple H decided that tonight the women were going to main event Raw, and we're going to bump LA Knight and Braun Breaker down the card a little bit, and that's fine.
You know, that's funny because I was like, we're at the main event already when the matches came.
So LA Knight lost the Battle Royal on October 20th. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed beat Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton October 3rd on SmackDown, because brand split means nothing to the Vision.
No.
They go where they want to go.
Wherever you want to go. Who's going to stop them?
Yeah. This was a fast match. This was not a long match. It went through, like, I think one commercial break, maybe.
Braun's a fast guy.
Braun's a big beast.
Yes.
And the right person went over here. And you can't have Braun Breaker start to lose matches at this point.
No.
Because you're building him up. They didn't put the title on him. They didn't put him in the Battle Royal. So again, do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
The reason why they pulled Bronson, behind the scenes reason, why they pulled the Bronze out of the Battle Royal, was because they didn't want them to get cheered, which they probably would have done. Because the crowd already kind of goes 50-50 on them sometimes.
Oh, yeah. The dogs bark. The dogs don't bark.
And even Bronson gets his cheers. Yeah. So they had to pull them out to protect the heel part of their run. And that's fine. Braun Breaker beats LA Knight. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. They're good together.
Yeah. It was a solid match. I mean, Braun doesn't put on bad matches, man. Like,
no.
I was low on Braun Breaker when he first came in. I was like, oh, another Steiner. You know, I wasn't the biggest Scott Steiner fan. I mean, Steiner Math is one of the greatest promos of all time.
I enjoyed his promos more than I enjoyed his matches.
Correct. So, and in all honesty, I thought he was going to be like this entitled kid who just kind of got over on the name. But boy, he put the work in. Like, I mean, I've been impressed with him in NXT. You could tell he put the work in to get better. And it's shown when he went up to the main roster. He really could have got lost in the shuffle as just being another big guy. Oh, big, strong guy. We got plenty of those, right? And he has made himself into a main eventer. And I won't even say Paul Lee did it. Like, he made himself. Like, Braun Breaker without the Vision, I think, still is the Braun Breaker who's going to main event WrestleMania.
He absolutely is.
Yeah, this kid, he's special. Like, he really is.
Yep. After that match, we go backstage to Adam Pearce, who let Dominic Mysterio know that not only is he defending the Intercontinental Champion against one man on Saturday night's main event, he's defending the Intercontinental Champion against both men on Saturday night's main event.
Match of the night incoming.
Both men. I'm telling you now, I got thoughts on this coming up.
Okay. I it's gonna be the match of the night. it is going to be a banger.
Then we go into the next match. Sheamus and JD McDonough.
Match of the night.
This was both last time they wrestled lost Jey Uso in the Royal Rumble, or in the Rumble, in the Battle Royal the night before, the last night, whatever. Same thing.
Yeah.
This was a hell of a freaking match. JD McDonough is a really good wrestler. Carrying around the weight of that big ass head.
Yes.
Is so hard. But this was a great match that ended in shenanigans. And that's okay. That's
JD, watching this match, JD and Sheamus are good friends. Yep. You could tell.
Yep.
And they told each other not to pull any punches because they slapped the shit out of each other.
Yes, they
did. They beat some of those shots that they gave each other, you only give that to your best friend because you trust them enough to give, they really did not pull. That was a hard-hitting match.
Yep.
And JD continues to prove, JD's underrated. Nobody's ever gonna put him up, on the level of Finn or the level of the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
No.
Of being the guy in the Judgment Day, or just being one of the guys who even in the mid card, right? JD kind of gets forgotten a lot of times, but boy, he puts on some good matches.
Oh, he really does.
He is a phenomenal wrestler.
They went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and they totally beat the shit out of each other.
Yes.
And the end of the match was Sheamus on the rope, and Finn ran up with the shillelagh and whacked him in the back. Spanish Fly, JD McDonough with the win.
JD with the win, man. It was shenanigans, but I mean, Michael Cole said this might have been the biggest win of his career.
It could have been.
And I think it was. And I won't say the right guy won because Sheamus losing never really sits right with me. But at the same time, JD needed that win. JD needed a great singles win in a great match, and they put on a really good match. I enjoyed the hell out of this match.
So earlier in the night, they had gone up to Adam Pearce to ask him to find out when their tag team match was. JD volunteered to fight Sheamus. Then they went back to Adam Pearce after the match, and for whatever reason, the guys who didn't defend the tag team belts almost the entire time they held them get a rematch for the tag team belt.
Yes. I just won my singles match, so I should get a tag team title match. Okay,
and look, it's
official.
AJ and
Dragon
Lee are probably going to drop those belts.
AJ Lee,
they're throwing flowers at AJ. He didn't need the tag team belts, but they're probably going to drop them back, and then we won't see them again until WrestleMania. Who the hell knows the way they're booking them?
Correct.
But we got to move on to the main event, and the main event is Bayley and Lyra. The last time they wrestled was October 13th, where they beat Roxanne and Raquel. And Charlotte and Alexa, who have become so fun to watch over this over the course of this time. They beat Sal Ruka and Zarya on SmackDown on the 17th. One of the things that Alexa has done for Charlotte has been able to get Charlotte cheered, where Charlotte was massively hated. Alexa was great, and Alexa and her personality and has the fact that the two of them are friends, they've been able to turn that into something that is so much fun to watch them interact. And it's the tiny little things that they do when they're walking in the arena and Charlotte's drinking the coffee and Alexa takes the coffee, that's mine. Just those tiny little things that make them so fun.
They're a great tag team. I love their interactions. I love their backstage segments because one, they always look so goofy together because it's all purposeful.
Yep.
But it works so well. She really has reinvigorated Charlotte Flair. She got the crowd behind Charlotte Flair. When they break up, the crowd's gonna hate Charlotte Flair again, and that's okay. right? That's going to be that's part of the package. I think they all know that. We
Yep.
all know that. But I'm enjoying it while it lasts.
Same.
Like I'm enjoying this tag team. I didn't think it would last this long. And I didn't think it would go the direction it went, but it went in the right direction and it's helped both of them. Like it's helped Alexa get more over, right? She's having a long title reign because if she was a single star, she'd be facing Nikki Cross right now. Like
Yep.
she'd be having a feud with Nikki Cross,
Yep.
and she'd be somehow entangled with the Wyatts, and that would not help her at all. Or she'd be fighting Kiana James, not helping herself at all.
No.
Or even worse, fighting Michin. No
Yeah.
shade, Michin. Love you, Michin, but come on. Like, come on. But this was a fun match. This was a really good tag team match.
This
I
was
had a great time.
really fun match. Charlotte came in at one point and just slapped the crap out of everybody. Chops and slaps and
Yes.
chops and slaps and just I mean, it was back and forth, back and forth. Lyra came in at one point and ran right into his sister Abigail. And Lyra's face was awesome while she was upside down yelling, no, no, no. And out of nowhere came Bailey. And it was just such a good match. Even with the little mishap with the hair.
Mm. I didn't. Never mind.
Lyra's hair got caught
Yeah,
in Alexa's, and the cameraman, bad cameraman for cutting away.
Terrible
Bad cameraman.
Terrible. But
Stu wouldn't cut away.
no, Stu would be in there.
Stu would have been right in there.
Yeah.
It was just, I thought this was a great match. And for a minute you thought maybe they could win.
You know, I did too. I because just as much as Alexis helped Charlotte, boy oh boy, Bailey has helped Lyra.
Yep.
Like Bailey, like they have elevated Lyra. Lyra's gonna be a world champion one day.
Yep.
And her and Bailey work so well together. They've become a great tag team. I did not want Bailey to be in the tag team, but I really like this team of her and Lyra. I don't want them to break up just yet. I need some more time. I would have liked more of the, unhinged Bailey character to go out and kind of wreak havoc and be a world champion.
Yep.
But her and Lyra, they look like they're having a lot of fun. They're out there having great matches, and they're just helping elevate each other. I saw an Instagram post from Bailey. It said losing matches, but winning life. And that resonated with me because she just showed all these pictures of her with her nieces and nephews. And she has this huge smile on her face and she's just loving life.
Yep.
And I feel like she's at that stage of her career where she's done it all, right? There's nothing Bailey hasn't done in the WWE. There's nothing she couldn't do still in the WWE, but she's just having a good time. I could tell she's taking Lyra under her wing, even though I hate Irish wrestlers. I'm coming around to them, I'm coming around to them, and it's fun to see like the veterans, two of the four. I mean, of course, Becky too. They've really, really helped the women's division. All three of them take it to another level. Unfortunately, It's all on Raw. Unfortunately, it seems to all be happening on Raw. And just they're just doing great work. And I was happy to see them in the main event. And this was a great main event.
It was a great main event. And if I heard correctly, Charlotte and Alexa before this match were 2 wins away from having the most title defenses as a tag team.
As the women's tag team champions, because we know that title is cursed, and they're kind of breaking the curse.
And that's good. And I think they'll win. I think they'll win the next. I think they're going to beat Kaiser. They're going to beat the Kabuki Warriors the first time, and I think they'll get that record. And then I think they'll drop to the Kabuki Warriors down the line. Because the Kabuki Warriors came out and attacked everybody.
Nuked the whole ring.
They nuked the whole ring.
Except for Bailey. Except they kind of we kind of look Bailey off. Oh, no, let's not do too much damage to Bailey. You know,
No,
we were in a group together once upon a time. Damage control. You know?
this was a damn good Raw and a great main event.
Yes, I love to see something other than Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a tag team match in the main event. I love to see it.
Same. But speaking of main event, that's what we call a segue.
Great segue, because
We have
this
a main
Saturday
event
night
coming up this Saturday, November 1st. Saturday night's main event with one of the largest cards they've had yet. I believe you said 4 matches.
Yes, 4 whopping matches. I think they're gonna make another match on Friday. I think they love 5. Like the 5 seems to be their sweet spot of a number for these. Well, no, it's on. This is on
It's on NBC.
NBC. Okay, then it's 4. It'll be 4 because we got to have 2-hour event, 30 minutes of commercials.
Yes. Now,
Yeah, 4 matches.
I assume that Jesse Ventura is still going to be missing in action.
I hope so. How dare he walk out of that cage? That's always going to be one of the greatest. He's a coward. What?
We're going to be
Just
in
won the
Salt
match.
Lake City, Utah at the Delta
Ooh.
Center, 8
Ooh.
p.m. On Peacock. So I don't know what's going to main event this night, but I'm going to start at the bottom of this list and go backwards here, okay? We have the triple threat intercontinental match. Dominic Mysterio, your champion, your hero,
Everybody's
versus
hero.
Penta and Rusev. Who do you think is going to win?
There's only one winner. There's only one greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. There's only one greatest luchador of all time. There's only one greatest Mysterio of all time. If Dom loses, we riot. Dominic Mysterio wins this match.
I agree. And since it's a triple threat, that means we can get shenanigans.
Oh, for sure.
I think
my God.
I think there's going to be shenanigans almost every match. Almost. I believe Dominic wins. I believe Finn and JD play a part in that.
Yes.
Either helping Dominic win on purpose or inadvertently helping Dominic win.
This match might be the match that sets up the trios match between El Grandes, Los Americanos, and the Judgment Day.
What this match needs to do is set up the fall of the Judgment Day so that we can just pull the effing trigger.
Oh, it will. Because they're going to have a trios match, and Dom's going to portray Finn and them to help the El Grandes win
Because
the match.
we have to get from this to Cena versus Dom at Survivor Series for Cena to win that belt. Now, in a perfect world,
Mhm.
the way the Cena thing takes off is Cena wins the Intercontinental belt from Dom at Survivor Series and completes his Grand Slam. Cena goes on to an open challenge Intercontinental match for his final match ever. And while this isn't the greatest opponent for him, you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Sheamus comes out, puts John Cena on his back, wins the Intercontinental belt for his Grand Slam championship. Now you have, and then he can drop the belt to someone down the line.
I love it. I may not have said that a few weeks ago.
You probably did. I think you
but
did, and I'm just repeating it.
I love Sheamus and Cena. A lot of people want a young guy. But Sheamus and Cena have history. Cena has had some banger matches with people he has history with. Not saying he wouldn't have a banger match against, say a Braun Breaker or
Absolutely. But Braun
or
doesn't
Gunther.
need it. Braun doesn't need it. There's nothing. If
I don't think Sheamus needs it either. I
Yeah.
would just like to see it. Like me as a fan would just like to see that one last time because Sheamus is kind of really. He's been just a beacon of consistency throughout his career.
Yep.
We know we're going to get a good match, and we know those two respect the hell out of each other. So getting that match wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Of course, the internet's gonna be the internet. Um, but I mean, once again, the only person I don't want to see in John Cena's last match is Baron Corbin, and I just say that as a joke, but I
Oh, I
mean, it
understand.
just, uh, I think anybody they put in with Cena in his last match, I think he's gonna have a special match, and he's gonna put that person over
Yeah,
and
oh,
give them
absolutely.
like the ultimate respect. Like whoever he fights gets the ultimate respect, and I don't think there's a bad choice. Like looking at the roster, there's not a bad choice for him to fight anybody
Yeah,
other than one of Los Americanos. Like
right.
like he can have the match with El Grande and I'll be happy because
Uh,
I mean it wouldn't bother me. It would be the other two. Those are
right.
the only two people that I'm like, oh man, why did he do that? But anybody else on the roster, I think deserves it because this roster is great. Like this is a great roster of wrestlers.
Yep. No, I agree. I'm going to skip ahead and I'm going to say do the Tiffany versus Jade match. I'm telling you right now, there's only one winner in this match. There's only one person that has to win this match.
Jade.
Has
There's
to be
no way
Jade.
Jade can't
Has
lose
to be
this match.
Jade. Has to be Jade because then Jade goes into a program with Bianca.
The hand should be better. And Bianca makes SmackDown 50 times better.
Yep.
Jade has to win this title.
She
Like
has to.
once Tiffany, you had a decent run.
She had a great run.
But boy, if Jade loses this, she loses all credibility. Even if shenanigans happen, like
Yep.
Jade cannot lose this match.
Now,
It
I was
it would
listening
kill her
to
character.
Sam Roberts. He does a wrestling show at noon on the 24/7 wrestling channel that we should have a show on.
For sure.
And the way he mapped out how the match should be, I think, is perfect. He says the beginning of the match, Tiffany should be in control for the beginning quarter or so of the match, and then Jade needs to destroy her for the end of the match. Like not just a clean win. Jade needs to beat her into the ground to prove that she is that girl.
Well, I mean, they set it up because Tiffany has a bum knee.
Yep.
Like she great spot by the way. That
Yeah,
was
it
a
was. That looked
tremendous spot.
horrible.
It did. It did. And that kind of, hey, I'm really not playing. Like that was a Jade's moment of I am really that person. Like the person you want me to be, I'm gonna be that person.
Yep.
And I love that beat down. And so Tiffany comes in, she has an excuse because I'm not 100%. Oh, my knee's hurting. Nobody cares. Jade,
No.
like you said, Jade really does. She's gonna destroy her. I think this might be kind of reminiscent of Brock and John Cena. I think she is going to put Tiffany might get like a light offense at the beginning, and then Jade's just going to put her
Right.
away. This
That's
is
exactly how it should go down.
this is going to be a short match, a lot of commercials.
A lot of commercials.
Like,
Now the two heavyweight title matches, I think Cody's gonna be. They're gonna main event. They're gonna do Cody Drew.
they should.
CM Punk versus Jey Uso. Who do you think wins? Not who do you want to win. Who do you think wins?
Punk has to win this match.
I think Punk wins, and I think what we get here now is now we go back to the bloodline. Big Jim is going to cost Jade a match tonight or that night, and we're going to get the Uso brothers match that we should have gotten at WrestleMania 40.
Quick question: do you think Roman Reigns will be the special guest referee?
No. I mean, that would be great.
I think he will. I think.
But you got to see. So you got War Games coming up too, right? And you got to plan War Games. You got to have Roman and CM Punk on the same side. Because you got to have them going against the whatever the Vision. So the Vision is going to be their foil, right? So you got the two Bronze,
and
if they build it right,
Brock.
you call in the Beast.
Oh my
and then you
God.
fill out the rest of the team.
Who the you don't even need to. You got
You
3
don't need
against
to. You
5.
just three
Oh
on
my gosh.
3 of them on 5 other people is fine.
Yes.
But you
Man.
that's the only caveat to my saying that Big Jim cost Jade a match, because now you got War Games coming up and you
Yeah.
need the bloodline on the same page.
So I think Jay's gonna like Jim might inadvertently cost Jay the match. And then
Right.
Jay's like, oh, it's all cool until War Games where Jay
It
just
turns.
spears Jim out of his like Jay just
Yep.
annihilates Jim in the War Games match and they just like leave a bloody Jimmy Uso in the cage. Like I could see that happening. Like
Yep.
to actually if we're really doing that with Jay, like annihilate Jimmy Uso, like because you got the Bronze, you got Brock,
Yep. Yep.
and 2 other people. It
You
could
could
be
put
Austin
Austin
Theory and
Theory over
somebody.
there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It
Like
don't
it could
matter
be
who.
anybody else. It doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
I do think Jimmy Uso gets annihilated in the cage though, like
Yeah.
by Jay.
Yep.
Jay turns and
With
just
Roman just standing there going, "What the hell?"
exactly in a great moment. That'll be like a career defining moment for Jimmy and Jay.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
but
100%.
yeah, I think CM Punk can't lose this match. Like
No.
The internet. I know Jay came out and said, he doesn't care what the internet.
Think
Bro, the internet will go insane if CM Punk loses to Jay
CM
Uso.
Punk needs a little bit of a title reign because it might be his
Correct.
last one.
Correct.
It might be his
He's
last
not
one. He
spring
needs a
chicken.
little bit of a run.
For sure. For sure.
Now, the only other match on the card in between 75 minutes of commercials and a 90-minute night
Yeah.
is Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Who I want to win this match is Drew
He won't.
McIntyre.
Yeah.
Who will win this match is Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre is not going to win this match. Drew
Unfortunately.
McIntyre deserves to win this match.
Yep.
He deserved to win the last match. Like he deserves to be champion.
You could say that this isn't a high enough profile thing for Drew to take the belt away from Cody on. Like,
I mean, he had his
it's not a
WrestleMania
big
moment.
jelly, right? But I
But
think
you got to think about long term, right? Saturday Night's Main Event has never given us a shocking moment.
not
Everything
really.
is very cookie cutter on Saturday. We know who's going to win. The guy who's going to win, all the faces always win for the most part. Like we know who's going to win. There's never been a surprise. This would be like, oh, I got to watch the next one because
Yep.
I don't know who's going to win. Like it's so predictable, and I get it. It's because you're on network TV. You're trying to, but you got the ESPN deal. So ESPN might as well be network. They're everywhere. You got the ESPN app. You got all like. I think this would do more good for Saturday Night's Main Event to have Drew win on it
Absolutely.
than for him to lose again, because it's like, why did I just watch Cody do what Cody always does? And everybody really does love Drew. Like they boo him because that's what you're supposed to do with heels. But we love Drew. Like I love Drew. Like
I want to see Drew win,
yes, it's
but
time.
I'm not going to see Drew win.
No, we're not. Unfortunately, that's sad. It really is sad because he has carried every show he's been on for the last 3-4 years. Like
Yep.
he's been that
He
guy.
has.
Actually since the Thunderdome. Like when he wasn't hurt, when he's on a show, he carries the show.
Yep.
He's the guy who's there when Roman's not there. He's the guy who's there when Cody's not there. He's the guy who's
He's the
there when CM
workhorse.
Punk's not there.
I
Like
think
he
I'm going to watch it from home this Saturday. I think I'm going to stay home and just watch it from home.
I probably will be somewhere looking at houses, so I'll probably catch it on the replay. I've not watched any live show in probably about 3 weeks now. Ever since we started this
That's rough.
journey, I haven't seen any movies in the last 3. We've been on a grind, man. Like so.
I mean, best of luck there.
It'll happen. It'll happen. We're
Sure.
just trying to find the right place, But I definitely will be checking it out. We'll definitely be talking about it next week. Any final thoughts? Like going into Saturday night's main event, coming out of Saturday night's main event. Like I'm really confused how War Games is going to look this year. I don't
So am
know.
I.
Like there's been no long term. I understand Seth's injury probably did change a lot of things. But boy, like it just doesn't seem like they had, and it's like that every time Seth gets, because Seth's the workhorse. You kind of build the show around him. Then he has an unfortunate injury,
Yep.
and then you have the audible, and it looks all confusing at first. Then it kind of takes a little while for it to rebound. So I don't know.
I'm gonna take notes this week. I'll have a lot of time to take notes in between all the commercials.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's going to be tons of them.
I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna try not to complain about the commercials as much this time.
Well, I mean, since I won't be watching it live, I won't see the commercials. But yeah, I could tell. This is probably going to be, if it's 90 minutes, it'll be probably 40 minutes of action. If it's 2 hours, it's not 120 minutes. If it's 120 minutes, if it's a 2-hour show, then, because I think it is a 2-hour show, then you'll probably get 45 minutes of action. So
Yep,
so either way, it's not going to be that much action. A lot of ads, probably a lot of
you gotta
promos,
add the backstage stuff in,
Yeah.
and the seeds that they're gonna have to start planting for Survivor Series. Yeah, we'll see.
We will, but we'll definitely be talking about it next week on the Island of Relevancy. This is one of the shorter shows.
Yes, it is.
We didn't have Matt trolling me in the chat.
No, I don't
tonight.
even think he was. I think I know he had a midterm yesterday. He's going for I forget what he's going for. Another degree, master's maybe or something. Computer science, something like that. He's doing good work.
Speaking of doing good work, did you go to your concert last night?
No, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't even want to talk about it. No, I did not.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I'm angry.
I was hoping to hear about. Never mind. I'll drop it. But you'll feel a lot better next week when we get to talk about more wrestling on the Island of Relevancy. I'm really not excited for Saturday. Like I'm so not excited for Saturday.
I'm excited to watch. I'm excited to see Jade hopefully win. That's what I'm excited for.
Respect. Like I feel nothing going into the Saturday night's main event. Because I know
it's saving me money from going out drinking or something like that, so I'm okay with it.
That is all true. But I mean, drinking's probably going to be better. You probably should drink while you watch it.
Tell you what, I have a Lego Death Star to work on.
Oh, okay. You could do that while listening
I put my computer on the
Cole
table.
and Graves. Yeah.
I put my computer.
Hopefully Wade's not.
Yeah.
For sure. Hopefully Wade's not there. I don't need Wade on Saturday night.
I don't.
But until next week, it is me, yours truly, T, and my way better looking host, co-host, my man Frank with the beard. And we'll catch you next time on the Island of Relevancy. Hopefully it'll go off. Here we go. We're just waiting. There we go.
Got it.